there's a little country in Europe with more than 100 castles and ruins. Some perched high on misty hills, others hidden in quiet forests, their stones weathered by centuries of wind and war. Many of these castles were built between the 13th and 17th centuries, during times when kingdoms rose and fell, and borders shifted like shadows. This country ranks third in the world for having the most castles from that era protected by UNESCO. This is Slovakia, a country of fairy tale towers, deep-rooted traditions, and warm-hearted people. Where every stone has a story, every valley holds a song, and history feels close enough to touch. So, how did this small country become a treasure chest of ancient strongholds? What secrets still lie behind those crumbling stone walls? Stay with me as we explore the charm, the mystery, and the hidden corners of Slovakia, stories and sights that no one ever told you about. The high Tatras, straddling the border between Slovakia and Poland, are Europe's hidden gem, a mountain range that boasts the highest peaks in the Carpathian chain. Towering above 2,500 meters, these mountains offer some of the most stunning trails on the continent. One adventure you definitely shouldn't miss is a challenging 45-kilometer hike that takes you through valleys, dense forests, and rugged mountain peaks. The landscape shifts dramatically, from lush green valleys at lower elevations to stark, rocky alpine zones as you ascend. The wildlife is just as impressive, with bears, lynx, and chamois making their home among the crags. From skiing on pristine snow to hiking around crystal-clear lakes, the High Tatras are a true paradise for outdoor lovers. A quiet morning hike might even offer a chance to spot a majestic Eurasian lynx or hear the playful chatter of an alpine marmot. These mountains are a perfect blend of rugged beauty and thrilling adventure, offering memories that last a lifetime. Now, before we move on to the next destination, here's a fun question for you. Which of these countries does not border Slovakia? Comment your guess. Over 700 years ago, Orava Castle was built on a massive rock outcrop. designed to withstand every threat nature and mankind could throw at it. But it almost didn't survive a fire that tore through its wooden structures in 1800. The flames devoured nearly everything made of wood: staircases, roofs, floors, turning this once mighty fortress into a blackened skeleton of stone. It stood empty and broken for years, abandoned by its owners and nearly forgotten by history. But this was not the end. After World War II, the people of Slovakia saw its value, not just as a ruin, but as a symbol. A full restoration began, piece by piece, bringing Orava Castle back to life. Today, the castle's complex includes the lower, middle, and upper sections, with over 150 rooms woven into the hillside, like layers of a forgotten story. Visitors can walk through Gothic towers, Renaissance halls, and Baroque chambers, each corner carrying the fingerprints of a different century. What once lay in ashes now welcomes travelers from around the world, not just as a monument, but as a keeper of memory. Orava's haunting beauty starred in the 1922 classic Nosferatu and inspired the world of The Witcher. On the left bank of the Va River, near Žilina, you can find Strecno Castle perched atop a limestone rock. Historically, it was considered the safest fort in the Podhradie region. The earliest structure of the castle included a modest residential building, a water tank, and a prominent defense tower known as the Bergfritt. Over the centuries, Strecno Castle expanded and underwent multiple alterations, reaching its peak size and fortification in the 17th century, making it the best fortified castle in the Stredné Podhradie region. Currently, the castle is owned by the Žilina self-governing region and is managed by the Museum of Podhradie in Žilina. The most famous story tied to Strecno Castle involves Zofia Bosniakova, whose love for her husband God and the poor is the central theme. Her preserved body was discovered in the castle crypt and transferred to the church in Teplička nad Váhom, though it was tragically vandalized in April 2009. Today, a replica of her mummy resides in the castle chapel. If you are watching this, please click the subscribe button in the corner of the screen. It's completely free, but means a lot to us. A castle, a love story, and a powerful legend, Trencin Castle offers all that and more. Perched high above the town of Trencin, this ancient fortress has witnessed over 1,800 years of history, from the days of the Roman Empire to the medieval battles fought beneath its walls. But it's not just the stone walls and towers that make this place so special. It's the stories they hold within them. In 179 AD, a Roman inscription carved into the rock below the castle marked a victory by the Roman legions over a local tribe, setting the stage for a long and storied history. By the 13th century, Trencin Castle became the seat of the Baron Jakub Czesnacki, who served as King Bela, the fourth sword-bearer. In the 14th century, it became the residence of Matthew III, Chak, the lord of the river Va and the Tatra Mountains. One of the most enduring legends surrounding the castle is the tale of the Well of Love, where a Turkish prince named Omar spent 40 years digging a well in the rock to prove his devotion to Fatima. Trencin Castle is not just a historic site. It's a living monument, preserving the stories of kings, warriors, and lovers for generations to come. Sulovske Rocks, part of the Strbske Mountains, are often referred to as the Slovak Dolomites. Located near the town of Bitcha, close to Jelena, this fascinating stone forest is made up of rock formations shaped by mechanical and biological weathering over time. This relatively small region features uniquely shaped towers, needles, windows, and gates, all separated by deep canyons, dry gorges, and valleys. The well-marked hiking trails cater to all levels, with some resembling via ferratas, while others are much more gentle. If you follow the red trail from Sulov, you'll come across two main climbing areas, Javor and Hrad. Sulov Rocks, made of coarse conglomerate, calcite, and sandstone, features a variety of unique terraces, balconies, and overhanging rock formations. Due to various climatic conditions, The rocks have been dramatically shaped, with nature's sculpting of the conglomerate stones, resulting in holes, towers, needles, and other intriguing formations. Today, the remains of Sulov Castle, dating back to the 15th century, are barely distinguishable among the conglomerate rocks of Sulov. Is Sulov Rocks on your travel list now? Leave a 1 if you've been there, or a 2 if it just jumped to the top of your must-see spots. Slanica Ostrov, also known as the Island of Art, is a 3.5-hectare island surrounded by the waters of the Orava Reservoir, created in 1953. Once home to the village of Slanica, it now features the Church of the Exaltation of the Holy Cross, a beautiful Baroque structure built between 1766 and 1769. The church, remodeled in 1843, houses an exhibition of traditional folk art, showcasing works like wood carvings and religious paintings from the Orava Gallery's collection. The island is also home to remnants of the original cemetery and a lapidarium displaying stone sculptures from the 18th and 19th centuries. The island offers a unique insight into the region's cultural history, as well as its folk and religious traditions. Accessible by boat during the summer months, Slanica Ostrov remains a testament to the region's resilience and artistic legacy. Strbske Pleso is one of the most famous lakes in the High Tatras, sitting at an altitude of 1,346 meters. It's the second largest tarn in the Slovak part of the mountains, covering 19.8 hectares. With a maximum depth of 20 meters, this lake is both beautiful and mysterious. The lake measures 640 meters in length and 600 meters in width, offering plenty of space to explore. Strbske Pleso freezes over for about 155 days each year, creating a stunning ice-covered landscape. The frozen lake was the site of the 1925 Ice Hockey World Championships. Today, you can enjoy the lake in two main ways: walking along the scenic educational trail that surrounds it, or boating on its peaceful waters. Boating has been a popular activity here for over 130 years, adding to the lake's rich history. Whether you're hiking, boating, or just soaking in the views, Strbske Pleso offers a truly magical experience. Did you know that Zborov Castle, a medieval fortress in Slovakia, is hiding a devilish secret? Legend has it that the stones meant for the castle's construction mysteriously moved overnight from a hill believed to be a gateway to hell. This eerie phenomenon turned into a tale of supernatural forces, forever entwining the castle's history. The construction was initially planned for the higher hill of Hradske, but when the stones kept moving to the lower hill, workers whispered that it was the devil's work. Some say the devil himself was caught and bricked up in the castle's highest tower, where his horns can still be seen today, adding to the castle's eerie charm. Today, Zborov Castle stands as a haunting reminder of Slovakia's tumultuous past and the mysteries that still linger around it. Piestany is a well-known spa town in western Slovakia in the Trnava region. Its name comes from the Slovak word piesok, meaning sand, because of the sandy ground in the area. People have lived here since prehistoric times, attracted by warm springs and good hunting. The town was first mentioned in 1113, and its healing springs were known even in the Middle Ages. In the 18th century, the Erdődy family built the first spa buildings and helped develop the area. From 1889, the Winter family improved the spa and made it famous across Europe. Piestany lies in the Va River Valley, with hills and forest to the east and farmland around it. It has good transport links, including a highway, a railway, and a small airport for spa visitors. We gather info from many sources. If you notice anything wrong or have more to share, let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. The jewel of Bojnice is the enchanting Bojnice Castle, one of the most popular and stunning castles not only in Slovakia, but also throughout Central Europe. The castle rests atop a vast travertine hill where a medieval fortress stood from the 11th century. Over time, it was owned by several prominent Hungarian noble families, with the last being the Pálffy family. Count John Pálffy commissioned a renovation of the structure in the late 19th century, enlisting the expertise of Budapest architect J. Hubert, who modeled the design on the romantic castles of the Loire region in France. The classic silhouette of this fairy tale-like castle is accentuated by the steep roofs of the palace, chapel, and towers. The International Festival of Ghosts and Spirits is hosted here annually at the end of April and early May. During this time, the Bojnice Castle becomes the gathering place for ghosts, witches, vampires, and other supernatural beings from across the globe. The castle's blush-colored sandstone towers and crenellated turrets make it the most visited of its kind in Slovakia. High on a hill in eastern Slovakia, Spis Castle rises above the land like a proud old king. It was built almost 900 years ago and became one of the most important castles in the Kingdom of Hungary. The castle's stone walls were built to withstand invasions, like the Tatar raids in 1241, protecting the castle's Romanesque palace inside. In the 15th century, the Zapolsky family took over and made the castle even grander, turning it into a Gothic beauty with taller towers and thicker walls. This castle became their favorite home, even though they owned over 70 castles. Later, the Habsburgs took control and remodeled the castle in the Renaissance style. Unfortunately, after a fire in 1780, the Csáky family, who owned the castle until 1945, left it in ruins. But even in its broken state, Spis Castle continued to be a symbol of strength and history. Spis Castle is one of the largest in Europe, and it feels like walking through a living museum. It's no wonder movies like Dragonheart and The Last Legion were filmed here. It's full of drama and history. Did you know that Beckov Castle was once a grand Gothic masterpiece, only to be left in ruins after a fire in the 18th century? Yet, it still stands today, quietly guarding the history of Slovakia. Built in the 13th century, This fortress has witnessed centuries of history, wars, invasions, and royal betrayals. Once, it was home to powerful families, including the Banfis and Stibors, who transformed it into a breathtaking Gothic residence. After a devastating fire in the 1700s, Beckov was abandoned, and its once majestic halls lay in ruin. However, its structure remained remarkably intact, perched on a steep cliff above the Var River. The location made it an ideal fortress, protecting Slovakia's borders from invaders for centuries. The surrounding countryside stretches out in panoramic views, while the castle ruins themselves hold stories of a bygone era. Though weathered by the years, the castle's charm still shines, and its historical significance is undeniable. If you ever visit Slovakia, make sure Beckov Castle is on your list. Banska Bystrica, nestled in a scenic valley surrounded by the low Tatras, Vlkolinec Village, and Tatra Mountains, is a city rich in history. Founded by German settlers in the Middle Ages, it became a bustling center for copper mining, reaching global prominence in the 16th century. The city's stunning architecture, including the Church of the Virgin Mary, reflects its prosperous past. It played a significant role in the Protestant Reformation in Hungary and became a key site in 1620, when Prince Gabriel Bethlen was elected King of Hungary. Banska Bystrica's historic streets also witnessed the struggles for religious freedom and independence. Although copper mining waned, the city thrived with timber and textile industries in the 18th century. During World War II, it was at the heart of the Slovak National Uprising, one of Europe's major anti-Nazi resistance movements. Over the centuries, Banska Bystrica has remained a vital cultural and educational hub, offering a unique blend of history and natural beauty. Just 12 kilometers outside of Bratislava, there's a castle that's witnessed over 1,000 years of history. Devin Castle isn't just an old ruin, it's a key piece of Europe's past, standing tall over the meeting of two mighty rivers, the Danube and Morava. Settlements in the area date back to the Upper Paleolithic, making it one of the oldest continuously inhabited sites in Central Europe. In the 9th century, the castle played a crucial role during the wars between the Franks and the Great Moravians, marking it as a battleground of empires. The castle survived countless sieges, but ultimately fell in the early 19th century when it was destroyed by Napoleon's forces during the siege of Pressburg. The ruins offer a glimpse into its rich history, with archaeological finds that include Roman-era remains and prehistoric settlements. The view from the castle is nothing short of breathtaking, overlooking the vast rivers and surrounding landscapes. Devin Castle isn't just a historical landmark, it's a symbol of Slovakia's resilience. This beautiful place is called Vlkolinec, and it's one of the last untouched folk villages in the world. Vlkolinec was once a distinct village, first documented in 1376, before becoming part of Ružomberok after 1882. Its name likely originates from the Slovak word for wolf. Vlkolinec is a strikingly well-preserved Central European village, showcasing the region's most extensive collection of traditional log houses. Vlkolinec has over 40 original wooden houses, built in the 18th and 19th centuries. The village is so rare, it was added to UNESCO's World Heritage List in 1993. Each home is made of logs, coated in bright lime, sunny yellow, baby blue, rose pink. No two look exactly alike, but together they feel like a quiet chorus of color. Kosice, the largest city in eastern Slovakia, has an impressive history that spans over 800 years. Located on the Hornad River, it was once a crucial trading hub between Central Europe and neighboring regions. In the 14th century, Kosice was one of the largest cities in the Kingdom of Hungary, with a population of around 10,000 people, playing a vital role in both politics and religion. The St. Elisabeth Cathedral is a key landmark of the city, being the largest church in the Kingdom of Hungary at the time. built under the patronage of the kings. Through wars and turmoil, the city has maintained its significance as a symbol of resilience. In 1369, Kosice became the first city in Europe to be granted its own coat of arms. With the power struggles and changes in ruling dynasties, Kosice experienced occupations by empires such as the Ottomans and Habsburgs, yet it always persevered. After World War II, Kosice became an important part of Czechoslovakia and witnessed major historical shifts. Today, Kosice stands not only as a cultural center but also as a testament to the enduring spirit of a city that has risen from its past. St. Elisabeth Cathedral in Kosice stands as Slovakia's largest church and the easternmost Gothic cathedral in Europe. Construction began in 1378 and continued over a century, with the southern tower completed in 1906. The cathedral's design influenced church architecture across Central Europe, including Poland and Transylvania. Its ornate facade and soaring towers make it a standout feature of Kosice's historic main street. King Sigismund of Luxembourg funded the cathedral with half of Kosice's customs taxes, while Pope Boniface IX encouraged donations by offering indulgences to pilgrims. Over the centuries, the cathedral has been meticulously restored, preserving its status as a masterpiece of Gothic architecture in Central Europe. Perched atop Scharfenberg Hill, the Calvary of Banska Bystrica is a remarkable Baroque architectural ensemble constructed between 1744 and 1751. Initiated by Jesuit priest František Perger, it comprises 3 churches and 22 chapels, each adorned with intricate wooden reliefs and frescoes depicting the Passion of Christ. This sacred complex was designed to facilitate spiritual reflection and pilgrimage, harmoniously integrating with the surrounding volcanic landscape. Recognized for its cultural and architectural significance, the Calvary was inscribed as part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site, historic town of Banska Bystrica, and the technical monuments in its vicinity in 1993. The site endured damage during World War II and later periods of neglect, but extensive restoration efforts in the early 2000s helped revitalize its beauty. Restoration initiatives have breathed new life into the Calvary, allowing it to once again serve as a center for religious and cultural activities, attracting visitors and pilgrims annually. Its serene beauty and historical depth continue to inspire awe and reflection among all who visit. Bardejov, Slovakia, a town so rich in history and culture, it feels like stepping into a forgotten chapter of Europe's past. Tucked away in the Beskid Mountains, Bardejov's medieval heart remains remarkably preserved, letting visitors wander through time. The cobblestone streets, lined with colorful merchant houses, take you back to an era when this town was a bustling hub of trade. In the 1370s, Bardejov earned royal status, and for centuries, it was a vital crossroads between the kingdoms of Hungary and Poland. The town flourished with over 50 guilds, making it a powerful center for commerce and culture. However, the winds of fortune shifted, and by the 16th century, wars and plagues took their toll, slowing the town's growth. Yet, Bardejov never truly faded. The 18th century brought new life, with Slovak and Hasidic Jewish communities settling here, contributing to the town's unique cultural fabric. Bardejov stands as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, not only for its medieval beauty, but for its enduring presence through centuries of change. Trencin is a beautiful town in western Slovakia, nestled along the Var River, close to the Czech border. The town's most famous landmark is the stunning Trencin Castle, perched high on a rock, offering breathtaking views of the city below. This castle is rich in history, with roots dating back to Roman times when soldiers carved an inscription on the rock below it in 179 AD. Over the centuries, the town has been through many changes, from medieval battles to being a center of power for kings and nobles. Trencin's charm is not only in its historical sites, but also in its lovely streets, where you can walk through centuries of culture and tradition. The city has seen its fair share of battles, fires, and even a plague, yet it has always managed to rebuild and thrive. In recent years, Trencin has become a hub for tourists, drawn by its stunning castle and vibrant town center. Known for its historic center and role as a holiday resort, Poprad is the largest town in the Spis region and a popular destination for tourists. The city is a key transportation hub with the Poprad Tatry Airport and the Tatra Electric Railway, connecting it to the beautiful resorts of the High Tatras. Poprad's history dates back to 1256, with influences from German, Hungarian, and Polish cultures shaping its development. The city gained prominence after the construction of the Kosice-Bohumín Railway in 1871, leading to further expansion. During World War II, Poprad was a site of deportation for thousands of Jewish people, with many being sent to concentration camps. The city was liberated in 1945 by Soviet troops, and the neighboring towns of Spiska Sobota and Velka were later incorporated into Poprad. Surrounded by the Lavocha Hills, Kozy Kurbty, and the low Tatras, Poprad offers a stunning natural landscape, perfect for outdoor adventures. Uhrovec Castle is a hidden ruin in Slovakia, nestled in the Nitriké Vrchy Hills of the Stržovské Vrchy Range. Deep in the forest, it's not reachable by car, but the hike from Uhrovec Podhradie is well worth it. The trail takes under an hour, with a return route offering a new view of the scenic landscape. It starts steep but soon eases, revealing stunning forest views, especially vibrant in autumn. At the entrance, a wooden bridge leads to stairs up to the main courtyard and sweeping hill views. Entry is free, and a small souvenir shop helps fund restoration, making it a great short escape for history and nature lovers. Nitra, located in western Slovakia, sits at the foot of Zborov Mountain by the Nitra River, just 95 kilometers east of Bratislava. As the fifth largest city in Slovakia, Nitra is one of the oldest cities in the country and was once the political center of the Principality of Nitra. The city's name is believed to come from the Nitra River, though its origin are still debated by scholars. Archaeological discoveries show that Nitra has been inhabited for over 25,000 years, with influences from the Celts and Germanic tribes. By the 8th century, Nitra became a key stronghold for the Slavs and eventually the capital of the Principality of Nitra. A turning point in the city's history came in 880, when it became home to Slovakia's first Christian bishopric under King Svetopluk I. Although Nitra faced many conflicts, including invasions and internal struggles, it remained an important center throughout the Middle Ages. After World War I, Nitra joined Czechoslovakia, and the city experienced major changes, including the tragic persecution of its Jewish community during the Holocaust. It became part of Slovakia in 1993. Lubovna Castle stands proudly on a limestone cliff 711 meters above Stara Lubovna in northeastern Spiš, offering stunning views of the surrounding landscape. The castle has a rich history, serving as a meeting place for rulers, a hiding spot for Polish coronation jewels, and the prison of Marek Beniowski, the King of Madagascar. Built between the 13th and 14th centuries, the castle was part of Hungary's northern boundary defense system, guarding the trade route to Poland. In 1412, Lubovna Castle hosted a historic meeting between Sigismund of Luxembourg and Polish King Władysław II. The castle was pledged to Poland and became the residence of Polish mayors who governed the area. After a major fire in 1553, the castle was rebuilt in the Renaissance style, giving it a more modern and fortified appearance. Over time, the castle fell into decay, but it has since been restored and now houses a museum showcasing its history. An open-air museum at the castle's base features folk buildings, creating a picturesque settlement. Spania Dolina is a historic village in central Slovakia near Banska Bystrica. It lies at 728 meters above sea level and has fewer than 200 residents. The village is surrounded by the Stary Hory and Tatra Mountains. Since the mines closed in 1888, tourism and bobbin lace making have become its main attractions. Tomasovsky Vyhlad is a popular scenic viewpoint in Slovenský Raj National Park in eastern Slovakia. It sits at about 667 meters above sea level and offers stunning views of the Hornad Canyon and, on clear days, the high Tatras. The viewpoint is easily reached by hiking from Chingov or Spisske Tomasovce in under an hour. It is a favorite spot for hikers, photographers and rock climbers thanks to its dramatic limestone cliffs. The remarkable beauty of the Chmarossky Viaduct, framed by the majestic mountains and dense forests of the Gregor Valley, makes it one of Slovakia's most striking landmarks. It features a series of 9 arches, each spanning over 30 feet in width. The total length of the bridge is approximately 370 feet, reaching a height of 60 feet at its highest point. Although it appears ancient, the viaduct was completed in the 1930s and continues to serve as an active railway bridge. It links 2 tunnels along the Chervena Skala Margikani railway line of the Telgarska Loop, an engineering feat in its own right. The winding spiral track gains over 560 feet in elevation as it weaves through 40 feet of rugged landscape. The bridge is named after the Chmarossek stream that meanders beneath it. This magnificent structure is easily visible from the main road, ensuring it cannot be missed. Kremnica is a small town in central Slovakia, known for its medieval charm and rich gold mining history. Built above deep gold deposits, it's home to the world's oldest still operating mint, running since the 14th century. After the Mongol invasions, German settlers helped revive the area with advanced mining techniques. In 1328, King Charles I of Hungary granted Kremnica royal privileges, and by 1335, the town was minting its famous gold ducats. In the 14th and 15th centuries, it became a major hub for gold and silver, ranking among Hungary's most important towns. By the 1500s, it also played a key role in the Protestant Reformation, along with other mining towns. Though gold mining ended in 1970, Kremnitz's history and beautifully preserved old town still draw visitors from around the world. The Tatra Mountains are the highest range in the Carpathians and stretch along the border of Slovakia and Poland. They cover about 785 square kilometers, with most of the peaks, like the tallest one, Górlikovski Szczyt, located in Slovakia. Even though the Tatras are small compared to the Alps, they still look like something out of a postcard, with rocky peaks, glacier lakes, and alpine meadows. The mountains are split into the High Tatras, Western Tatras, and the Belianske Tatras, each offering different hiking trails and views. Popular towns like Zakopane in Poland and Strbske Pleso in Slovakia are perfect bases for exploring, skiing, or just relaxing. The whole region is protected by national parks and is part of a UNESCO Biosphere Reserve, making it a safe haven for wildlife. Long ago, crossing the mountains was tricky due to border disputes, but today, hikers can move freely thanks to both countries being in the Schengen zone. Cachtice Castle is a historical ruin located in Slovakia, near the village of Cachtice. The structure was once the residence and later the prison of Countess Elisabeth Bathory, a woman infamous for allegedly committing serial murders. Initially built in the 13th century, the castle underwent various architectural changes, including Gothic and Renaissance renovations. After years of neglect, it was turned into a tourist attraction in 2014. Strecno Castle, or Poprad Lake, sits quietly in the high Tatras Mountains of northern Slovakia, more than 1,500 meters above sea level. It's a glacial lake, formed thousands of years ago by melting ice during the last ice age. The lake is about 380 meters long and 280 meters wide, with clear, cold water that reflects the surrounding peaks like a mirror. In the past, People believed the lake was sacred. Legends say mountain spirits lived in the deep water to protect the valley. The lake is a peaceful stop for hikers heading to larger peaks like Rysy or Ostrava, with trails that are well marked and manageable even for casual walkers. Perched high on a cone-shaped hill in western Slovakia, the ruins of Branc Castle quietly tell a story that began more than 700 years ago. Built in the 13th century, it was once part of a chain of frontier castles guarding trade routes from Moravia through the Carpathian Mountains. For centuries, it stood as a stronghold and center of administration, until a fire in the late 1600s left it in ruins. Today, the remains of its stone walls and bastions still stretch across the hillside, surrounded by open grass and silence. Every summer, locals gather here for an open-air church service to honor Saints Cyril and Methodius. Trencin Castle sits quietly in the hills of western Slovakia, surrounded by forest. It was built in the 13th century to guard the Kingdom of Hungary's borders. Later, the powerful Palffy family turned it into a beautiful noble home with secret tunnels and grand halls. Even after fires, they always rebuilt it, generation after generation. Today, it's a museum where you can explore history and feel like you've stepped into a fairy tale. Malá Fatra, stretching between the towns of Strecno, Martin, and Zářiva, offers breathtaking views and rich history. With towering peaks and peaceful valleys, it's a haven for nature lovers and adventure seekers alike. The highest peak, Velký Krivaň, offers a panoramic view of the surrounding mountains and valleys. Malá Fatra is also home to deep canyons and lush forests that make every hike unforgettable. The area is perfect for hiking, with trails suited for both experienced adventurers and those looking for a more relaxing walk. Winter brings a new charm, as it becomes a popular spot for skiing and other snow activities. For those who prefer a quieter visit, spring and fall are the best times, with mild weather and fewer crowds. Mala Fatra is not just a place to explore, but a chance to connect with nature and experience the peaceful beauty of Slovakia. The ruins of Kapusany Castle were once the site of fierce noble uprisings and royal power struggles in eastern Slovakia. This 13th century fortress, perched high above the village of Kapusany, witnessed the brutal battles of the 17th century anti-Habsburg uprisings. Even though it was destroyed by imperial forces, the castle's broken walls still tell stories of rebellion and courage. It was originally built to protect trade routes and nearby settlements. Throughout history, it changed hands between powerful noble families, including the Rákóczi dynasties. Today, visitors who make the short hike up to the castle are rewarded with panoramic views of the Sárish region. Krásna Horka Castle once guarded one of the richest noble families in Hungary, and in 2012, a single candle caused a fire that nearly destroyed it. Perched dramatically on a hill in eastern Slovakia, the castle was built in the 14th century to protect vital trade routes and resist Ottoman incursions. It later became the prestigious residence of the powerful Andrassy family, who transformed the fortress into a lavish Renaissance and Baroque home. The castle stood firm through centuries of war, invasions, and rebellion, maintaining its iconic silhouette over the Slovak countryside. Tragedy struck in 2012 when children playing with fire accidentally ignited the dry grass nearby, and flames quickly engulfed the castle. Today, it stands partially restored, a testament to national memory and a symbol of how quickly centuries of heritage can be undone. Palkmanska Mash Reservoir is the largest body of water in the Slovak Paradise National Park and is renowned for its scenic charm. Located near the village of Dedinki in the Eneleka Valley, it is framed by the striking limestone cliffs of Jerevi. The reservoir covers about 85 hectares and reaches a maximum depth of 23 meters. Despite being a summer destination, Its waters remain cold due to the region's average air temperature of 4.7 degrees Celsius and its mountain-fed sources. Originally built for industrial and flood control purposes, it plays a role in the hydrology of the upper Hnelec River. In summer, the reservoir supports swimming, boating, diving, and fishing, with only non-motorized or electric boats allowed. Its surrounding trails and natural sights make it a hub for hiking and cycling within Slovak paradise. Winter visitors can enjoy the ski resort or take a cable car to Jaravi for panoramic views. Bratislava is the capital of Slovakia and the largest city in the country, with around 500,000 people calling it home. It's located on the Danube River and is the only capital city in the world that borders two other countries, Austria and Hungary. Over the centuries, people from many cultures like Germans, Hungarians, Slovaks, and Jews have left their mark on the city. From 1536 to 1783, it was the capital of the Kingdom of Hungary, and 11 kings and 8 queens were crowned at St. Martin's Cathedral. That same cathedral still stands, with its tall Gothic tower rising above the old town. The city's streets are lined with a mix of medieval buildings, grand Baroque palaces, and bold communist-era blocks. Bratislava is also the country's center for politics, business, and culture, with the President's office, the Parliament, and several universities all based here. It's one of the wealthiest areas in the European Union, with a GDP about 3 times higher than other parts of Slovakia. Around 1 million tourists visit every year, drawn by its charm, history, and a little bit of everything in between. Did you know that Slovakia has its own little Croatia? This is Lake Benetina in the eastern part of Slovakia. The place is home to a stunning lake that was formed in an old travertine quarry. Over time, the quarry filled with clear turquoise water, creating a beautiful natural pool. The lake is often compared to the famous Plitvice lakes in Croatia due to its breathtaking beauty and the vibrant, crystal-clear water. The lake is surrounded by high travertine walls, which make the scenery even more impressive and create a peaceful, almost magical atmosphere. One of the most interesting features of the lake is a fossilized shape found in the travertine walls. It's a fascinating spot, perfect for photos and exploration. During the summer, visitors flock to the lake to swim, relax, and enjoy the natural beauty of the area. Milan Rastislav Stefanik Mound stands proudly atop Bradlow Hill in the Majava uplands, offering a breathtaking view at 543 meters above sea level. Situated along the scenic route between Brzova pod Bradlom and Košariskami, this monument holds a deep historical significance. The mound, a symbol of Slovakia's rich heritage, commemorates the life of Milan Rastislav Stefanik, a national hero. Its white staircase blends harmoniously with the surrounding landscape, making it an iconic feature in the region. This sacred spot also holds the tomb of Stefanik, a tribute to his extraordinary contributions. Tepli Vrch water reservoir stands out for its exceptionally warm summer waters, making it the perfect spot for a relaxing getaway or water-based activities. This serene destination is located on the Biel River, nestled between the villages of Tepli Vrch, Budikovany, and Drianchany. The eastern side of the reservoir is the most popular, drawing visitors with its wide range of recreational options. For those who appreciate nature, the southwest section of the reservoir offers something truly special. It's home to a rare hickory grove, where the trees rise up to 50 meters, a fascinating feature originating from North America. The trail runs through this protected area, guiding visitors through lush landscapes while offering panoramic views of the surrounding beauty. Tepli Vrch is not just a summer destination. It's a place where adventure, relaxation, and the wonders of nature all come together. Bzovik Fortress started as a monastery in 1130 and was turned into a castle in 1530 by Sigismund Balassa. The fort's strong outer fortifications, including bastions and a dike, are still visible today, along with parts of the Romanesque church. Despite damage during World War II, the fort has been recently reconstructed, preserving its historical significance. Stary Smokovec is a charming resort in the heart of the Tatra Mountains in Slovakia. This magical place sits 1,035 meters above sea level and is perfect for winter sports, hiking, and exploring nature. It's the oldest resort in the Tatra region, with a rich history that dates back to the 19th century. In the late 1800s, the first guest house was built here, and soon after, hotels and other resorts followed. The area became a popular destination for European travelers, especially the rich and noble. Today, Stary Smokovec still draws people from all over the world, eager to enjoy the fresh mountain air and beautiful views. The name Smokovec comes from the thick fog that rolls in every winter, making the place look mystical and magical. Just below the mighty Spis Castle, tucked into a quiet valley, lies a charming little town called Spisske Podhradie. It may not look big today, but this town has a story that goes back hundreds of years. Even though the first written record was in 1249, people had been living here long before that time. In the past, it was actually one of the most important and developed towns in the whole Spis region. Because it sat right beneath the castle, the townspeople played a big role, helping the castle with everything from supplies to services. When you walk through the town square today, you'll see beautiful old houses built in Gothic and Renaissance styles. Together with nearby landmarks like Spis Castle and the Spis chapter, this peaceful little town became a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1993, a place where the past is still very much alive. Markusovce is a peaceful village in eastern Slovakia, with roots that go all the way back to the 12th century. It was once home to the noble Mariasi family, and their memory lives on in the Church of St. Michael and the old castle built in 1284. The beautiful manor house nearby still stands strong as a museum today. Zborov, a small town in the Liptov region, is one of the oldest places in the country, where German settlers, Slovak culture, and natural beauty have intertwined for centuries. Set in the stunning Sub-Tatra basin, this town has witnessed the rise and fall of empires, yet its story remains largely untold. In the 13th century, King Andrew II of Hungary granted the land to his servant Hudko, and soon German settlers arrived, naming their settlement Rosenberg, after the wild roses growing in the area. The town's growth was shaped by the surrounding mountains and rivers, creating a perfect blend of nature and history. By the late 19th century, Ružomberok became an industrial hub, with the completion of the Kasa-Oderberg Railway bringing new factories and opportunities. However, the town's history was marked by dark moments, like the Chernova tragedy of 1907, when Slovak villagers were tragically killed in a protest for their rights. Even with these hardships, Ružomberok's spirit remained unbroken, and it continued to thrive. The town now stands as a peaceful retreat, surrounded by scenic peaks and the flow of the Va River. Ružomberok's rich past and breathtaking scenery offer a rare opportunity to experience the timeless beauty of Slovakia. Zara is nestled in the beautiful Spis region, known for its rich history and stunning nature. Zara is famous for its Church of the Holy Spirit, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Zara is also close to the magnificent Spis Castle, one of the largest in Central Europe. Visitors can enjoy walking through peaceful streets and exploring traditional Slovak architecture. Nature lovers will appreciate the nearby hills, forests, and scenic hiking trails. Zara may be small, but it offers a unique glimpse into Slovakia's rich cultural heritage. As we wrap up this journey through Slovakia, it's clear that this country has so much to offer. From the historic charm of Ružomberok to the breathtaking landscapes of the Tatra Mountains, Slovakia leaves a lasting impression. Each place visited tells its own unique story, and the beauty of the land stays with you long after the trip ends. Thank you for joining on this adventure. and hopefully, it's inspired a desire to explore Slovakia for yourself. There's so much more to discover here, and countless hidden gems waiting to be found. Thanks again, and see you in the next video.